Hey everyone, and welcome to day 11 of 31 and 31. Still going strong after everything from this past week for the last couple days. But we are now going to Hong Kong and watching. Okay, if you ever said that for this, you're going to watch a movie called Dumpling, okay? And it's going to be about a woman that is dealing with aging. Okay, and she's going to form a relationship with another woman that has a cure to aging, who's old herself, but you don't find out how old she is until the end of the movie, which I'm not going to spoil on this. But the how it's done. Okay, now this is where it's weird. She takes fetuses and puts them in dumplings, and you eat the fetus, and that's how you get your youth back. That is literally what the movie is about. Now, I don't know if I consider it a horror movie. Okay, eating fetuses and getting them and those things, but it's not like she's going and like going to pregnant women and chopping them up and stealing the fetuses out of their stomach or anything like that. No. She's literally picking them up from an abortion clinic and then feeding them to people. It's an interesting movie, man. I don't even know what to think about this movie. And I only came across it because I was like, it's called Dumpling and it's in the horror category? What could this possibly be about? And I didn't even read the description. I just started playing the movie. And then as I started watching, I was like, what the fuck? It is definitely a very strong story about, fighting youth or trying to stay young because her husband is starting to fool around on her because she doesn't look like she used to, and he's going to really young girls, and there's a lot of that's going on in this movie, right? And there's a lot of commentary on that and the extents that some people will go, because, again, it's not, I'm not saying this is all specifically, say Chinese culture, or Asian culture, whatever, but there's a lot to say about marriage and the perfect marriage, and some people's belief in that. And the fact that aging is aging out. So, he met her when he was relatively old and she was in her 20s and she thought, oh, this is love forever. And then it turns out that he's just wants, a younger thing for most of whatever's going on. So, and then there's an interesting twist with that towards the end of the movie too. It's, like I said, most of it, I don't consider horror at all. This is one of those weird ones where I know, and I researched a little bit after the movie was over, and basically, it's part of another movie called Three Extremes, and it's another short story within that as well, right? And this, because that one, I guess they wanted to make it a full thing. I didn't read the full thing, but I read just a little bit about that. And I might have to check out Three Extremes as well, but we'll have to see what's going on with those others. And that is available on Tubi. This is available on Tubi too. And I know it complained a lot about Dark Song and the way the ads are. This, again, the whole thing with the ads, Tubi is fucking great, man. I had maybe 5 ad breaks the entire time. With the Dark Song, it seemed like it was every 10 minutes I had to watch a fucking ad. So, and they were long. They were a lot longer than Tubi. One, I just had a 30-second commercial break and that was it. Tubi, you could sponsor me if you wanted to. Just like Shudder, you could sponsor me too. Since I probably find most of the movies on your 2 platforms, you have a lot of stuff available. But yeah, good performances. I definitely like Aunt May. She was really good. Mrs. Lee, she was pretty good, overall. But I really liked that character. And I liked the story a lot. I liked where it was going. And it just was interesting. It was something that I didn't even would think would be possible that I would be watching for this 31 and 31. So, I give this a solid 3 out of 5 fetuses, or 3 out of 5 dumplings. Maybe that's a better one to do, 3 out of 5 dumplings. It's good. It still was missing something, and it kind of drags a little bit in the middle, and I wish they had explained a couple other things. But the revelation of how old Aunt May is shocking. Very, very shocking. It's kind of like the Spider-Man Far From Home Aunt May's. You realize how old that she is. Why the actress's name totally escapes me because, I want to say Mira Sorvino, but that's not who that is. But to know she looks that good at that age, it's still like, wow, okay, that's where you are. But here, it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, good performances, good story, interesting concept, and definitely, I think if you want to watch it on Tubi, it's worth your time. At least as the time of this recording. I gotta always say that. So we'll be back tomorrow with another one of these 31 and 31s. Let's see what type of weird shit I watch tomorrow.